What is going on, everybody? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And today we're going to take a look at all of the mainline SV sets, not specialty sets. We're not going to be looking at Prismatic, 151, Shrouded Fable. We won't be talking about that today. But Destined Rivals has been out a couple weeks at this point. So I figured it'd be a good time to look at the card values and compare that to all the other sets in SV era. And I'm going to say that I think we found a decent balance in the Scarlet and Violet era at this point. I think things are kind of where they should be, and I'll go more in depth into what I mean by that here in a second. So to start off, we do have a little bit of a spreadsheet today. We have the sets on the left side, we have the booster box price there, and then we have the top 1, 3, 5, and 10 values. Some of you guys don't like when I do this, but I do think that you need to consider card values when you look at sets and investments, and it's going to be very clear to I think most of you once we get through this video which sets you should probably be focusing on the most. So to begin, we'll start with SV base. This box is actually under $200 currently, at least when I checked this morning on TCG Player, $199.55. And then the cards in the set aren't super crazy. You have the Gardevoir up top, Ralts, Miriam, Drowsy, Corellia, you have Riolu, you have Miraidon, Koraidon, this set Slowpoke. So there's some decent cards, but nothing crazy in terms of value. Your top hit's $44. Your top 10 value is $234. You can see the top 3 and top 5 values. Paldea Evolved, the second set of the SV era. This box is back to around $300. It was up to $300 on Mayhem, so what day was that, May 16th or whatever. We saw it come back down to around $290. It's now back up to $300. I don't think this box is going to get cheaper ever unless we get more boxes on the market. But right now, the top hit, the Magikarp, is $194. Top 3 value, $297 approximately. Top 5 value, $371. And a top 10 value of $490 USD and 34 cents if we're being accurate. Obsidian Flames, $238-ish right now, the booster box. You can see this thing is steadily climbing. About a month ago during the Mayhem sale, it got up to around $250, came back down to low 230s. Now it's nearing $240 again. You have the Charizards in here, Ninetales, Cleffa, Pidgeot, Scizor, like not really the craziest of Pokemons outside the Charizard, and the top hit's only $57. Top 10 value is $158.46. That is the lowest on this list by far. SV base is in second with $234.29. Second last, I guess I should say. And then Stellar Crown would be in third at $275.42. Fourth up, we have Paradox Rift. This booster box is around $205.44. Remember a year ago, guys, when you could buy this at like $90 USD? Time just flies. Up here, we have the Groudon top hit, $73.71. The Altaria is holding around $45. Roaring Moon's around $40. Garchomp, Goldango, Steelix. I really do like Paradox Rift. I think you have a lot of interesting illustration rare cards in the set. Unfortunately, not anything crazy in terms of value. Maybe fortunately, depending on if you're a collector and you're trying to pick the cards up for cheap. Top hit, we covered that, and then top 10 value, $318.39, which is somewhere in the middle of this list. Paradox Rift not going crazy. Temporal Forces next up, booster box is $216.75, and you can see here it has been steadily climbing. After Mayhem, it dropped down. Most of the boxes dropped down after Mayhem, and they've just been climbing ever since. The cards in here, the Raging Bolt, $78, the Iron Crown, over $50, Walking Wake, still holding around $47. I feel like that card's been in between $40 and $50 for the entire lifespan of Temporal Forces. Morty's Conviction, around $41, $42. Gouging Fires dropped below 40, and the Ghastly is back down to around 38. You also have Iron Leaves, Bianca, Sawsbuck, the Deerling, Full Art Gengar. Like, there's a few cards in Temporal Forces. I actually prefer Temporal to Paradox just because I like the top hits a little bit better. Some people don't because they don't like the Paradox Pokemon. Either way, top hit $78.19, and then top 10 value $389.49. That dominates basically everything we've covered so far outside of Paldea Evolved, which has the Magikarp, Raichu, Tyranitar, some much better Pokemon, in my opinion, more popular Pokemon. And these two cards here, like the Raichu and the Tyranitar, these cards have been resilient ever since release of the set. They've really been in that like $40 to $50 range for the better part of like probably 18 months at this point, 12 to 18 months. I think they were like $20, $30 at one point. Then we kind of saw a lot of the IRs and SRs and Altards take off, and they found new bottoms at that point. Next up, we have Twilight Masquerade. This is a box that has been steadily climbing over the past month, and no one's really been paying attention to it. I think it's been more actually like 2 months at this point. You can see here, end of March, early April, this box was down to $207. I thought at that point when a lot of the other SV era boxes like Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, SV Base, all those boxes were already around $200 at that point. I think Obsidian Flames is maybe like 220. I thought Twilight Masquerade being cheaper or around the same price as all of those boxes made 0 sense to me. Absolutely 0 cents. I got gaslit by basically everyone. And I think a lot of the reasoning was people just viewing apparently the first 4 sets of SV era as untouchable, not going to get another reprint, but Twilight more likely to get reprinted. And I think that still is the case. Like Twilight's really only a year old at this point, whereas like Paldea Evolved, SV Base, those are getting closer to 2 years old. But still, the value is there in this set. You have the Greninja up top, you have Perrin, you have Carmine. The Eevee, this thing was like $100 at one point during the peak, maybe like end of January. Now down to around $52. Blood Moon Ursaluna holding around 40. Kieran, Lana's 8. So you have a couple cards in here. The top card, $288.31. Top 3 value, $462. Top 5 value, $553. And then top 10 value, $666 approximately if we round to the nearest dollar. That is in third place out of all the SV era sets. And you can see here which one's 2 and 1, which we'll cover here in a second. Next up, we'll kind of breeze over Stellar Crown. Nothing crazy, $215. I think this is probably the most overvalued box on this list right now. I would much rather buy Temporal Forces at $216, almost $217. I would definitely rather buy Paradox Rift at $205. I think I'd even rather buy SV Base right now around $200 just because it's like a year and a half older. Stellar Crown, it's just nothing crazy. The Bulbasaur, I think, is the top hit now, $50. Or the Squirtle, excuse me, the Bulbasaur's $47. Trap goes down to $44. Outside that, like, you have the Dash Bun, a Hydrapple. There really isn't anything crazy in this set. I definitely would not be buying a lot of Stellar Crown right now. I think there are better options in the SV era. Obviously, if you got your boxes at like $80, $90, that's great. Continue to hold or maybe even offload some if you think there's better places to put your money. But here, top 10 value, $275. And again, the top hit, $50. Nothing crazy, not really worth talking about this. Moving on, Surging Sparks. This box is up to $240 again, guys. Remember when this was down to around 200, 210 there for a second? Everybody thought the world was crashing. We should have offloaded everything. We're now back up to around 240. And most recent sales, actually $250 from today, 244, 250. So you do have some lower ones here, still around 230. But I'd say the majority of sales are consistently at 240 at this point. And you can see here, I think a lot of these cards are starting to level out. The Pikachu EX, I mean, this was up to around $500 at one point, which was crazy. Now sitting around $290. The Latias, $165. Milotic still holding on to the 3-digit price tag, $102.76. The Gold Pikachu, I really do love this card, $58. Hydreigon around $50. Lycia's Appeal, a couple other ones like the Latios, the Alone Executor. But for the most part, it really is the Pikachu, Milotic, and Latias. Top hit, $289.28, very close to the Greninja right now, but just edges it out. But when you get to top 10 value, you can see here $817 approximately. That is quite the gap between Twilight Masquerade in third place. Next up, we have Journey Together. The enhanced booster box is around $204 right now. I am quite surprised though that Lily's Clefairy is holding around $140, $145. I thought for sure this would be a sub $100 card at this point. I still think when more Journey Together comes, it's probably going to drop below $100, especially considering where the Charizard from Obsidian Flames is. Like, I think Lily and Clefairy have enough popularity to rival Charizard, but just based on the pull rates, I imagine once more this gets ripped, that card is going to continue to come down. That's just my guess. The Salamence holding around 83, and Zoroark $74, $75. You have the Belly Bolt, you have Hopsation, the Volcanions down to around 36. Then, obviously, I didn't include this like Snorlax card that's not actually part of the set, the GameStop exclusive. The Stamp Journey Together Reshiram card, I didn't include that either. So it went Enzoroark, Iono's Belly Bolt, the gold cards, Articuno, Enz Reshiram, and I think Whale Ward. That would be the top 10 or top 11, whatever it was. I did include just the top 10. But either way, top 1 value, $144.02. That is quite high right now. That is 5th highest on the list. And top 10 value, $544, actually puts it higher than Paldea Evolved currently. I do think in the future this will change, give Journey Together a little bit more time. And then finally, guys, we have Destined Rivals. This booster box is, in my opinion, the best one in the Scarlet and Violet era. Not the best set though. I would still put Prismatic and 151 higher, but in terms of booster boxes, it is the best. It is the third most expensive one too currently, behind Paldea Evolved. And then Twilight, it's like $7 cheaper than that currently. When we look at the cards inside the set, you have that Mewtwo up top, 375. Cynthia's Garchomp around 210. That card's actually come up a little bit since release. Ethan's Ho-Oh is around 140. Team Rocket's Moltres is around 130. The Nidoking's sitting around $100. So pretty deep set. Then you have like the Crobat, the Gold Mewtwo, Misty Psyduck, Ethan's Adventure, which I really love this trainer card. And then Ethan's Typhlosion. That's the top 10 currently. And if you look here, top 1 value, it is the most expensive chase card in SV era currently. This is the only set with a top 10 value above $1,000. And I think that might come down over time. And it might actually be a lot closer to Surging Sparks than people think, and maybe even I think. But when you look at this list, right, it's fairly obvious at this point to tell which sets are going to be the winners from SV era. You're going to have your Destined Rivals, you're going to have your Surging Sparks, you're going to have your Twilight Masquerade, and then Paldea Evolve is going to be up there as well. And I do think we have to look at sets like Journey Together and Obsidian Flames a little bit differently because the pull rates are a lot easier for those top chase cards just because it's a smaller set. So I don't think you can directly look at top 1, top 3, top 5, and top 10 values. But a lot of this is noise, right? Like if you're trying to pick the winners, and when we look back at Sword and Shield era, the best alternate art sets did the best. Okay, when we look at Sun and Moon era, the best tag team sets did the best compared to everything else. So when we look at SV era, it's pretty reasonable to assume long-term Destined Rivals, Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, Paldea Evolve, those 4 sets, in my opinion, maybe you throw Journey Together in there, whatever you want, those ones are probably going to outperform everything else. And a lot of these other sets, like Temporal, Paradox, Obsidian Flames, SV Base, a lot of these sets, Stellar Crown, a lot of this is just noise, right? And you'll see decent returns on these, but you're probably not going to see the best return. So if you're trying to put money into the SV era and you want to buy booster boxes right now, I think that even if you're paying 10 to 15, maybe even 20% more for some of these top sets compared to some of the bottom tier sets, in the long term, that is still going to pay off and you're probably going to have a better ROI than if you bought the cheapest stuff and held it for the same period of time. But as always, you guys let me know in the comments section down below what you think. If you are buying product on TCG Player, eBay, Hobbiesville, Cardboard Hero, I have affiliate links down below. They're free and easy to use. I get a small kickback, so it's an easy way to support me continuing to make free videos for you guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.